Gwinnett County Public Schools just approved wellness/prayer spaces that are going to be designated permanently in every middle and high school in the county, which is equivalent to about 60 prayer spaces. The elementary schools will also, at least starting with the Parkview cluster, also have like a small prayer box handy for any students that do request it. They've already designated spaces in most of the schools. I'll have more info tomorrow on like exactly where each location is in some schools. Some schools already had some to get from the get-go. Others are now going to be initiating. This is a district-wide effort, not principals based only at this point, or, you know, at the leisure of the schools, but this is coming down from district officials where every school will have this. So I want to show you guys some things I'm working on for it. Okay, so this literally just got approved. I actually had a meeting with them. I mean, I've done multiple meetings with them constantly. I'm at the district office a lot, but I was in one meeting in November where the chief of schools and I spoke about this, and then we had a follow-up call and a conversation, and now this is moving forward. So super excited to be able to offer this and help out our Muslim students and anyone else who might need a wellness space. I want to show you guys the boxes that I'm putting together. I realize this is super last minute because this is going to be delivered to the Parkview cluster, 6 schools tomorrow morning or tonight in the next 5 hours at 7:30. It is now 1:45. But if this works and you guys think this is a good idea, then what I'm working on is trying to get this delivered to all either 140 schools in the district or even the 60 that will have the required space. So I wanted feedback before I move forward to the rest of the schools and get community support to make these and put them together. Okay, so here's what I got. Got some nice little tubs because one of the questions that was asked was, you know, how should the prayer mats be stored nicely? And I definitely like the idea of having everything together. I was able to get, you know, a small hijab for every single one of them just in terms of preparation. And here's what I'm a little confused with. So I got basic compasses, but I mean, like, I barely know how to read a compass, right? Like, that's kind of what I'm thinking. So there is a new law in place that students won't be allowed their cell phones. So is a compass a good idea? I was also thinking about directional signs. I couldn't find any that would come fast enough on Amazon or, you know, any other website. So if anyone has been in the Atlanta area, please let me know. I tried to find some, or make my own actually, that wouldn't have like a Kaaba or any religious symbols really, but, you know, just kind of generic, point the arrow, it could be on the wall. And then I have some resources from ISB Atlanta that's going to the teachers and the schools. So this is going to the principals about, like, you know, Muslim holidays, Ramadan info, sheet for educators, coaching in Ramadan. And then I put together this about, like, you know, why is this prayer space matters, legal requirement, what the setup should be, you know, and about the Qibla, because that's something they weren't really aware of. Any other ideas? I mean, I like the idea of these being placed, but again, how would it get placed? Should I get community people to go visit the schools? Would the schools be okay with that? Or do I leave it to the students to try to use the compass and figure it out and have directions on how to use compasses? But I don't want to overcomplicate it. They only have a limited time between transitions or at lunch. Again, cell phones will not be allowed in the middle schools starting August. So ideas how to make this work, guys. I don't know right now, but these I'm going to cut and laminate and add them. But yeah, I'm happy to share with you guys. Okay, I made some like signs, and like these can go on the inside of the lids, you know, to kind of show what's inside. I'm going to put them in the bins or on the bins because they may have their own branding, obviously, and then, or their own verbiage. Like maybe they don't want to call it that, or, you know, maybe they don't want the head covering, or they don't want a compass, or, you know, but they seemed a little hethant and they're new to this. And maybe not hesitant, but I guess, you know, like nervous because they don't want to say the wrong thing or do the wrong thing. And they're all trying to accommodate and help out the Muslim community. So maybe this will just kind of give them some guidance, or like it'll make it feel like more pristine or, you know, put together nicely. I don't know. I mean, obviously they can rip it off and change it or do what they want, but I don't know. I felt like it gives it a more finished, clean look to it, I guess. Kids are ready to go to our first set of schools in Gwinnett County. This just accommodation kit for students who want to pray. some basic things of what's inside. We have a prayer mat, directional indicator, a compass, head covering for student use. I included a prayer room setup guide along with why it matters, the legal stuff about it, the Qibla for the principals. We have resources about Ramadan and prayer and Muslim holidays for our principals. Then, just like a directional arrow, hijab, compass, and solid prayer mats wherever possible, just to avoid, any religious symbols as much and just be, as respectful as possible. But I also have traditional ones in some of them, but they also don't have like Kaaba symbols or anything, like that. They're just much more traditional.
Born of cold and winter,